We have a lot to talk about today with this upcoming supermoon in Pisces. I'm excited to share with you how you can really work with this energy to help you manifest with this new moon. So new moons are typically a time where we know we can set new intentions, literally plant seeds for them to grow, and just start new projects, new beginnings. Now this Pisces new moon is a little bit different because Pisces is ruled by the 12th house. And the 12th house, if you don't know, is the last house in the Zodiac signs or cycle, basically meaning this is the time of completion. Now we typically close out things in full moons, but this Pisces new moon is a wonderful time to really release and let go of that emotional baggage. Now the reason why I'm going to talk about the emotional side of this new moon is because this is Pisces, and Pisces is a water energy. So don't be surprised if you might find yourself a little bit more sensitive at this time. And with this sensitivity, you may become a little bit more intuitive, okay? And you might find that there's certain things that are, coming to the surface, unseen things, secrets, matters of the subconscious mind. So this is a really important energy to work with, as this is typically the things that we want to kind of keep at bay and not really bring to the surface. But again, this new moon, this super moon, is really preparing us for the remaining part of 2023. So if we don't let go of this baggage, if we don't close out these phases in our life, they're just going to carry on into 2023. Now, I'm not giving you an out or an excuse, but there will be another new moon in Pisces happening, I think March 21st, I think is the date. So it will come around again to also kind of hone in on this energy, but you can start now and work with this new moon. So Pisces ruling the 12th house. The 12th house is, like I said, all about unseen, fantasy, kind of, dreamlike instead of reality. This can really have you tap into your psychic abilities as well. So this is a wonderful energy to really kind of, go deep. Any transits that we have with the moon is a wonderful time to sit down and reflect. Because the only way that you can really put yourself in the driver's seat with these phases and the power energy from the moon is to get clarity. So new moons, like I said, could be a time where we're, writing our intentions of everything that we want. This new moon is about releasing. So it doesn't have to be a lot of time, but you can take some time during this peak, about 3 to 5 days before or 3 to 5 days after, and really kind of go deep, uncover, peel back those layers, and do some shadow work. Now, because Pisces is really, it doesn't rule the area of the crown chakra and third eye, but because it's connected intuitively into our psychic abilities, this is a wonderful time to work with the crown chakra and our third eye. So you can do things like meditating and simply just getting some additional rest at this time. And work with that energy. So I did write down some quick journal prompts if you are struggling with what is it exactly that I should be, focusing on to let go and release. And here are some questions that you can kind of, utilize at this time to really uncover what it is that you need to let go. It's not coming with you moving forward, so we need to drop it, release it, and cut those cords. So number one, you can journal, what was something that was very traumatic to you? Now, you might not be particularly thinking about that at this moment or have been, but if there is something from the past that maybe we haven't emotionally healed from, this is a good time to write this question and explore what comes up. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you need to physically and verbally confront these, traumas that we've had. Sometimes just acknowledging and accepting is a way for us to forgive and somewhat, forget and heal ourselves. So this is a great exercise to do. Number 2, what are you avoiding? Now, I can say that we probably all have something that we are avoiding, that we don't want to talk about, that we don't want to deal with. This is a really good question to kind of dive deep and see what comes up. But the third thing is kind of more of a fun activity to do. But again, once we kind of do some shadow work, dive in a little bit deeper, because Pisces, like I said, is that water energy, it's going to be impacting our emotions. And so emotions is, the water sign, bringing things up to the surface, somewhat putting it in our face. This is a time to acknowledge and to see those things. So once we do that, this third thing is, in your mind, vision your best life. Script it out. Scripting is wonderful during new moons and even full moons. But with the new moon, this is an opportunity, without any restrictions, without any barriers, allowing yourself to really envision what it is that you want in your day-to-day life. This Pisces energy, as I mentioned, is all about this crown and third eye chakra. So really getting that envision along with the emotion is going to amplify what you are trying to manifest, the life that you're trying to create. So, some power words to use in your manifesting practices. So I always encourage everyone to write down everything that it is that you are wanting to receive, but to also verbally say it out loud. And one of the things that I learned, there's a book out there called The Power Wish. And this book really talks about, scripting from specifically changing the words that we use when we are writing our intentions. So a lot of times you might find yourself saying, well, I want $1 million. I want a big house. I want a new car. And the appropriate word to maybe shift to and write in your journal prompts is I intend. Okay, anytime there's a new moon, writing the word I intend. And I intend is basically saying that whatever it is that you are attracting, that you are desiring, is on its way. And when it arrives, you intend to do what with it. So I wrote down an example. I intend to attract money easily in magical ways. So there are some keywords dealing with Pisces. Anything that's kind of whimsical, mystical, are really creative words to use in your journal prompts. So things like fantasy, magical, aroma, those types of things are also good keywords to use during this Pisces energy. So moving along, let's talk a little bit more about the ruling planets of Pisces. So Pisces is water, as we know, and is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. And Neptune is the modern ruler and Jupiter is the ancient ruler. Pisces is a mutable sign. So mutable basically means that this is a sign or a transition that is more adaptable to change. Okay, so there's not a lot of restriction when it comes to wanting to change and adapt to something. Now I want to talk one more thing about the water. The moon is obviously a water sign, as well as Pisces. So you have a double whammy when it comes to water. Now this is a fruitful moon. Fruitful is more meaning if you are literally gardening with this Pisces energy, with this Pisces new moon. So there's actually a couple books out there, for farmers and gardeners, to help them, plant the appropriate crops at the appropriate time. So now, not really where I live, maybe, but I guess you can plant them inside. Anyways, new moons are planting new seeds. And so the suggested seeds at this time are lettuce, broccoli, those types of things. And the reason why I say that and it being fruitful is it is an opportunity to really, 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 really water those intentions. So we can also use that when it comes to setting our new intentions. When it comes to setting your new intentions, before I get into everything else, you know, keeping that in kind of that, what is it that you really want? Okay. Your subconscious mind is a very powerful tool, and it can tell us what we're programmed and not programmed to do and desire. So, setting new intentions, really identifying who we are and what we want is crucial during this time of this Pisces energy. But again, it's a nice balance that you have to find with this Pisces energy, as Pisces can be a little bit overboard. Okay, so you have to live in the reality here in the physical world. However, it's okay to really let yourself go and fantasize and dream about the things that you really, really want to attract to you. And so writing those intentions with I intend, and, you know, the out of the ordinary things that you would, you know, dream and fantasize about. So anyways, let's talk about Jupiter. So Jupiter is a really fun planet. And as I mentioned, depending on, you know, different astrologers, they'll refer to either Jupiter being the ruler or Neptune. Jupiter is the ancient ruler. But the best way that I can explain this ruling energy is kind of being over the top. Okay. Being extravagant and, you know, wanting more than's really necessary. And then Neptune is really where, you know, modern astrologers would categorize this as that nostalgia feeling energy. Okay, so when our subconscious mind gives us downloads of information, it's like it's whispering our own internal secrets. Okay, so again, there's this balance energy of like going for it, being over the top, and hearing exactly what it is that you want that's happening during this Pisces transition. So it's really important to listen to those subconscious thoughts that you are having at this time, as they can give you some unseen information into this new moon and what it is that you are attracting. So I'm going to close up this short and sweet segment on manifesting with this new moon. The basic things that I can just kind of reiterate for you is to make sure you're getting enough rest at this time. Take some time to reflect and really get clear on what it is that you want. We can't attract what we want if we don't release those barriers, those blockages that we have. So really spend time digging deep of what you're still holding on to. Learn how to, you know, accept and forgive if possible. And then you can get into the fun part, which is really setting those intentions by using powerful words like I intend, and also just getting really magical and creative, working with the mind's eye to envision the life that you truly want. This is a great time to journal, to speak your intentions out loud. More importantly, do fun things like meditate and envision in your mind's eye what you want your life to look like. So sorry this was a little bit shorter of a video, but I wanted to get something out there before this transition. If you're new here and you enjoyed today's content, please hit that like button. It really helps us get out into the universe, into the algorithm. If you'd like to see more videos, I only make manifesting videos for the new moon and full moon. So literally you will get like 2 videos a month talking about these transitions and talking about how you can really align your energy. So I wish you nothing but the best with this transition. Be sure to check out your birth chart of where Pisces falls in your house. That can also give you some more clues on where this energy might be impacting your everyday life. I wish you nothing but the best, and I'll see you soon.